We could look into this to calm the Selkath's fears, though I doubt the Republic would be involved in any...
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
I hope you're here to play some Pazza. So...
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Achani. They lack the resolve to do what needs to be done. The Achani believe in a non-existent warrior code of honor, and the Mandalorians prize credits above bloodshed. But I am Iridorian. Honor comes from slaying your opponent, and the true reward of any job is the taste of your foe's dying blood on your tongue. Ask whatever you wish. Perhaps you should ask them. The Republic prefers not to deal with my kind, though maybe they need an Iridorian to finish the job. The mercenaries they hire must be failing, as they are never heard from again. That is all I know. Is there more you wish to ask? On my world, those too weak to defend themselves deserve to die. A murder is justified if you have the strength to kill your victim. Manaan has no such things, unless the Selkath have them hidden away at the bottom of the ocean. Yes.
We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Taris into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win the war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment. I have no desire to speak to you. I know...
You're new around here, aren't you? My name... Well, some of the soldiers like to go and bet on the Swoops. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do abs. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a... Are you some kind of historian or something? You should forget about the past, look towards the future. That's why I joined the Sith. The Republic is old news. And then I get... It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do abs. But I don't really want to talk about that. what is there to investigate? Obviously, Sunri is guilty, but the Republic is doing everything they can to keep him out of a Selkath prison. But I don't really want to talk about that right. We Sith are interested in a lot of things, but I don't really want to talk about that right. Oh, come on. What's the matter? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I may be a woman, but I'm still a soldier. Barkeep, bring me a...
Hey man, clear out. They're cramping my style with the ladies.
Jolie, what are you doing here? The Lord sent me, Sunri. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case. Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire? You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to... The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Selkath seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Eliza there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Eliza into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she... Maybe the Sith had found out I would... But let's look at the fact. Eliza was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a cripple. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith? Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Obviously, the Sith planted... I hope you can see how the Sith... Anything else I can... I guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Selkath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offloaders. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some... Anything else I can... Once you...
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Those Sith are always trying to...
If it wasn't for those damn SOCAF neutrality laws, I'd teach that Sith. I suppose you're right. You probably know best. You are a Jedi, after all. I guess getting mad doesn't help any. Well, as long as the Sith stay out of...
Kakinja nawabakaon. Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa ishu. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Tong hitwama aki inko tune. Diska dosoki kopa bono nakachi. Kakinja nawabakaon. Pichage Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Tong hitwama aki inko tune. Chiwa aita kan chicha na yubornibo. Uni chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Con mulis limo po iwanga. Chiska nichu. La boda na winkis. Ubabatu.
You Republic sicken me. Malak will show you what's this. Another Republic lackey wandering the streets? Don't worry, the Sith will destroy you along with all the... I have nothing more to say.
How much for all this stuff, Tybark?
Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi in Tune chunamuri ra.
Thanks, Tybark. Catch you next week.
Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Tong hitwama agi inko. Tong hitwama agi inko tune. Or tong hit. Tong
Now I gotta get back to my post at the Republic.
This street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street. Hiding behind the Selkat log.
We need more rules about...
Out of my way! The wrath of the Sith is a terrible thing.
You got any armor plating for my Swoop bike? I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strain. Don't worry, junk man. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
Move about your business, human.
I know you. You're the arbiter in the murder trial. Elasa was a friend of mine. If there's any justice in the galaxy, they'll feed Sunray. Shouldn't you be preparing for the trial? What are you doing here? You can ask, but I doubt you'll get many answers you'll like. I know he'd already be tried, convicted, and executed if the Selkath knew anything about justice. But the fish people are as weak as the Republic when it comes to such matters. Is there anything else? Who knows? Some scheming plot, no doubt. Hopefully the Selkath uncover it and ban the Republic from the planet. Is there anything else? I haven't the faintest clue as to what you're talking about. Is there anything else? Go. Stay. Doesn't matter to me. If you want to, you can even wander up to the embassy gates. But don't expect to get inside.
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid. Kolto is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, Kolto becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest colto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our colto supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage. A beautiful place, Ahto City. A paradise on the water. But remember, within the city itself, the Selkath have absolute authority. They're a tough race, but fair. Obey the Selkath laws, keep the peace, and you should encounter no problems. I assume you received a visit. I regret there is little I can tell you that's not in the visitor guide, my good Jedi. My duties rarely permit me to venture. Oh, of course. Of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any... An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manaan? Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do... We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Ahto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Firaxan sharks, but while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manaan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base. That is what we would have. There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way. Good. It is a very intelligent and skilled individual who can crack the matrices of a... But there is one last method. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a passcard to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the... You'll need luck for that one. Odds are they have some pretty strong guards in there. But it's also the way... I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to...
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of passcards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns. The strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices... The second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into... But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is, we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer...
Takom justak miki grabel mogo. Dongai tu tak. Kachichu aitha odunga. Inkin. Takom justak miki grabel mogo. Dong.
What do you want? I don't waste time with... Wait a minute. You're no fan. You're the racer that killed my time. Well, get it over. Of course you do. Everyone... It was, but I can't seem to get a break lately. But this place is all there... Not within reasonable traveling time. I heard there was a startup on Tatooine. Huts aren't to be trusted. That's all. 2 years. Yeah. Don't.
Forgive
Wow, you shot through the ranks here.
Well, you've captured the sector championship. I have to say, I have never...
We've got all the proper culto training permits, so back off. Enough time to listen to your stories. I've got a full shipment of culto ready to load before my shift is over.